Is a 21-year military veteran, originally from Southern California, now calling Nashville, Tennessee his home. He is the fool from Hebrew school. Give it up for Mr. Mark Greenbaum.
Hello! I am so excited to be here. I feel like Jeffrey Dahmer in a high school lock-in. Comedy writing class. I found out that part of one of the best parts of comedy is just being aware of the humor that happens to you right in front of your eyes every day. No kidding, true story. I was up in Clarksville where my ex lives, in the house that I'm still paying for now. And I wanted to check on the condition of the house, make sure she's keeping it up. No kidding, I could not make this up. I am driving on the street, I got the radio on, I'm making a turn on the street to her house, AC/DC comes on. I'm on the highway to hell. I'm on the highway. I thought, oh, this is perfect. I gotta write this, so this is great. Oh my God. Oh, it totally freaked me out. Where am I going with this? So now I live in Nashville, obviously. But I found out that down here, when people see me, they find out I'm from California, they make three assumptions. They say he's either a musician, he's a stoner, or he's gay. And I went to this party one time, and I said, I'm getting used to the South. This guy looked over and said, woo, look here, we got us a real live Californian. His friend looked over and said, well, hell, put out a bong, guitar, and a feather boa and see which one he goes for. I'll take the bong first. Yes. I just see someone else out there knows how to grow hair. I don't feel so bad. Oh my God, but see then of course if I start getting on this, then I start getting the munchies. And that doesn't do me good. Any snackers out there? Where are my hardcore snackers out there? Where are my hardcore snackers? Tell me about it. Answer me a question, please. Who designed the snack machines? Okay. What idiot puts the lifesavers and the gum on the bottom and puts the most fragile of food, the chips, on the top shelf? I'm thinking there's some techno geeks sitting around the design table going, oh, Harry, now, you can't do that. Don't you know energy equals 1/2 mass times velocity squared? Those lifesavers will fall and cause irreparable damage to that solid steel tray at the bottom. Right. Who's looking out for our chips? Come on. Who's taking care of that? You don't know the trauma I go through every time I watch a bag of sour cream and onion plummet from the lofty heights of A3. It's like watching a suicide. It's like, don't jump! I've been writing to Lay's potato chips and pull a helium in those bags, you know. Don't just puff them up with air. You're already faking us that they're full. You know, do something for the chip. But I've had to cut back on my snacking a little bit because about a month ago I got out of the hospital. I had to do an overnighter with a hiatal hernia. I've learned something though. I wish I'd learned something from my experience. First of all, anytime you have any abdominal trouble, it changes the face of the universe. From that moment on, there's just no such thing as just a fart. The world champion of poker wouldn't take a chance like that. So I did an overnighter and I wound up having an endoscope. That's the one where it goes down your throat. Yeah. I saw a few scared looks out there. No, that's the other one. Yeah. That's called a colonoscopy. And since everybody's here being so honest, and I can admit I've had that done. But I like to put a positive spin on it. Look at life positively. I like it this way. First of all, my friend drove me there. I was practically naked. I had two attractive women hanging out with me. Then they took me into another room. One of those attractive women gave me some drugs, and while I was barely conscious, someone stuck something up my ass. 45 minutes later, I woke up, got dressed, and my friend drove me home. I'm from Southern California, dudes, in North Hollywood. That's called a party. And my insurance covered it, so I didn't have to pay for it. That was great. Oh my gosh. So, anybody here ever done your family history? Done your genealogy? Nobody? Not interested? You know, I don't know. I found out that I've got relatives that go all the way back to Transylvania. The real Transylvania, yes. Jewish vampires are really scary. but you can't run them off with a cross. And garlic just makes them hungry. Just like, garlic! And I'm like, don't give me that. I smell kremla. It's got kremla. And then, of course, because of that, that's probably why I'm a fan of all those classic horror monster movies. Frankenstein, Wolfman, of course, Count Dracula. But I've noticed that there's no Southern classic horror movies. Okay, maybe just Deliverance, but other than that one. And so I thought, what would it be like if there was a Southern horror classic movie? It'd probably go something like this. It's a dark and stormy night. Dr. Bubba Frankenstein is out back in the shed with his faithful companion, Igor Bob. They got a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon in the extra fridge, a welding torch, a set of jumper cables, and parts from their dead relatives, recent roadkill, and the head of that trophy deer from last year, all sewn together on the table. There's a flash of lightning. Of course, that takes out the circuit breaker in the double wide. And the monster starts to move. Woo! It's alive! The monster comes out wearing a racing coverall, big number 3 on the back. I know they'll never make a redneck vampire movie. Can't find one with 2 matching teeth. Oh man! Oh, but I've lived in the South. I do make fun of Nashville, but I do like it here. It's so much. You talk about for Brian, this is the big city. I'm from Los Angeles. This is like LA that someone left in the dryer too long. Everybody makes fun of the street construction, but I found out that the streets in Nashville are set up politically. I'm not kidding you. Great observation. You cross the James Robertson Park. It's over that way, right? You go south on First Avenue. You can go right to church or left to gay. But then gay leads to, church leads to Hustler, Hollywood, 2 gay clubs, and a strip joint. It makes sense to me. Works for some of those right-wingers out there that have been making the news lately, huh? Look, I've had a great time with you. I will see you again. Thanks so much. It's been great.
Keep going for more Greenbaum. Always love to see Mark.